Welcome to The Learning Curve, the show that takes you inside the Onslow County school system and highlights what makes our school community unique. Every month, we showcase our students, our teachers, and our staff, celebrating their talents and achievements. So join us now for The Learning Curve.
Today at Math Counts, we have 9 different teams, 8 teams from Onslow County, and then we have a visiting team in Prague. Math Counts is a nationwide competition, and there are 4 different rounds. The first round is what's known as the sprint round, and it's an individual task where the students have 40 minutes to answer 30 questions to the best of their abilities. The next round that they have is known as the target round, and they get questions in pairs, and they have 6 minutes to answer each pair of questions. That one you can use a calculator on. It's also an individual task. The third round is known as the team round, and that's what it sounds like. It is actually a team task where they can work together. We encourage collaboration and teamwork. They get to answer 10 questions, and they have 20 minutes. So we encourage them to lean on each other's strengths to get those completed. And then the very last round is known as the ciphering or the countdown round, and that is an individual task. They each get 6 questions. It's based on accuracy and time. The program, Kahoot, will calculate their score based on how quickly they answered it and, of course, whether or not it was correct. For the most part, the questions are problem-based, and they have to do a lot of critical thinking, and they're multi-step problems. They're not just recalling facts and that type of thing.
My favorite part has been the team round because I got to collaborate with my friends and we got to check our work and see what the right answers were and be more accurate with our answers. It helps me understand more of the questions, and it also gives me a little boost of confidence because then I know that I have other people in other minds, so then we could all think as one to find out the real answer.
So one of the things I noticed is it's allowing them to have the ability to problem solve based on their skills they already have. So they're not aware of what kind of questions are going to be asked, but now they know they have to apply the skills that they've been taught. Also, I've noticed having that pressure, like a lot of them get nervous, so it's a little bit of a confidence booster that they can actually accomplish this at a set amount of time and they can be successful.
Give them a round of applause.
We are at Battle of the Books this week again at Southwest High School, and we have 16 teams of our elementary schools competing. Those schools have students that have read all of the books related to Battle of the Books. This year they were reading 15 books, so It's not an easy competition. It's actually a pretty challenging competition. A lot of people think that Battle of the Books might just be memorization, almost like a trivia contest, but it's a lot more. When you're on stage and you're seeing the kids think through the questions, they're really problem solving, they're communicating, and they're doing a lot of collaboration up there as well. When it comes to that problem-solving aspect, that's one of the things we've been emphasizing in the schools as well, so it's great to see it translate over here to the stage where these kids can show off what they've done all year when it comes to reading these books.
I think my favorite part about Battle of the Book competition was the reading stuff. That's why I actually signed up for it. I like reading the books because like they took me into a venture that's not just me sitting at home playing video games. I would never actually be like reading all these books if I wasn't in the Battle of the Books. Like I wouldn't be dedicated to it if I wasn't in the Battle of the Books.
My favorite part of Battle of the Books would probably be reading the books and memorizing all the fun things about them. And another thing that I really love about Battle of the Books is like you're like experiencing what the characters experience in the book.
My favorite part of Battle of the Books was reading and like answering all the questions and doing this with my friends, and we all get to work together.
My favorite part about Battle of the Books is reading and getting to spend time in our library and with our librarian, because I like to expand my vocabulary, read, and get to know my teachers around the school.
My favorite part of the Battle of the Books is reading. I've been reading ever since I was 3, and my favorite hobby is reading. When you read a story, you go into a different world. And I like competitions because I like how I have to compete against different people, and I like the challenge.
Our team prepared for Battle of the Books by spending weekly meetings together. Every Friday morning we met to have mock competitions. We also had some book club time where we went around and reading some of our books to some of our 4th and 5th graders at RES. And we also were able to spend some time on my Bob Team website, which prepares the students with practice questions for the competition. I think this event is important for these kids because it motivates them and encourages them to read, not only leisure reading, but a little competition every now and then encourages others to go a little above and beyond what they normally would read. And so this was a great opportunity for that to happen.
Today we're having a reading buddy activity. The 5th graders are reading with the 3rd graders. For the past 3 weeks, our 5th graders have been working on writing a reindeer story in which they have found a reindeer and they have to get it back to Santa Claus in time for Christmas. We use the parts of plot from our literature objectives to help the students master the ability to use plot in writing a story and staying on task. The students look forward to sharing their stories with the 3rd graders, and this gives the 3rd grade teachers an opportunity to show their students multi-paragraph writing in a storyline with a beginning, middle, and end format.
Writing my story was really fun because I got to be as creative as I liked. Sharing it with somebody has been wonderful because I want people to enjoy my story, and it was really nice seeing how she reacts to my story. She listens, and I think she's interested, and I think she likes it.
It was
was fun to share my story, kind of because I got to like see how people actually enjoy the story. And like reading this, I actually noticed like some mistakes that I did make that I could fix, and then kind of helps me to figure out like what people like in a story.
It's wonderful to be sharing it, and Jaden liked it so much, and it's just awesome that we are sharing it with 3rd and some of those 5th graders. And sharing my story helped me learning about writing and stuff. It kind of helps to understand what a real writer does.
Each year we're thrilled to have Northside High School be our host for Elementary Science Olympiad. These teams have been practicing, many of them since the very beginning of the year. As soon as they got the list of challenges for this year, they're looking at what content do I need to learn, what skills am I going to need to practice in order to be able to successfully complete these tasks. The coaches walk the kids through each of the different tasks and help them to really hone in on where their strengths are and where they're going to need to learn something new in order to be successful here at Elementary Science Olympiad. One of the added benefits of Elementary Science Olympiad is the fact that it pulls in the community. This event really requires the content knowledge of people who work in the field, and so we are thankful to have people who work in science and engineering careers each and every day come in and help us for this event, as well as people who just enjoy the fascination of science.
These students were given a variety of materials and 20 minutes to create an apparatus that could protect an egg when tossed in the air. If the device was not thrown high enough, or if the egg did not survive the collision, the students were eliminated.
Take this side and this side. Wait, hold on. We need to really make sure this can go in.
On the scale, please. Alrighty, you guys are 112 grams.
It survives.
It survives!
Good job. It survives.
Survivor.
All that hard work.
Duct tape cases everything.
It survives.
Not even cracked.
My favorite part of the trajectory was trying to design it and using almost all of our duct tape with it. And I was excited when we opened it and it wasn't broken. My partner thought it was broken.
Survive. It survived.
Yes!
Yep. Okay. Good job.
For this challenge, students had to complete a physical activity before answering a variety of science-related questions. The first team through 3 stages of these activities and questions was the winner.
There we go. You got it.
Muscular system, nervous system, digestive system.
My favorite part was working with my friends just to accomplish everything. It made it easier having them to work with instead of doing everything by myself.
These students were tasked with building a rectangular prism out of only duct tape and paper. The prism had to be freestanding, have 4 walls, a base, and a top that could hold a tennis ball. The tallest prism won the contest.
My favorite thing about building the tower was when we first got to it and I started planning in my head and I got to work with my partner. We were both cooperative with it.
How would you say that react? Which would that be?
The sleuthing took place when students worked on determining what a substance was based on the observations and tests they did on it, including how it reacted to exposure to other substances.
Add a drink of vinegar, it slowly dies down. We said it was baking soda.
7, 8, 9, 10. There are 10 drops of vinegar. So you scoop that, pour it. And then we get to see if it will react. It's like fizzing. Fizzy, but it bubbles up. So you can say bubbly and fizzy. Like soda. It got a little more thick. It's thickened up. Just a little.
Three, 2, 1, go.
Several students gathered to launch their plastic soda bottle rockets. Each rocket was designed with the goal in mind to keep it aloft as long as possible.
Okay. Ready? All right, we'll come over here. 3, 2, 1, launch. 3, 2, 1. There we go. 2, 1. Good to go. 2, 1. 2, 1, go. 2, 1, launch. 2, 1, launch.
For Bridgeroni, students have built bridges out of nothing but pasta and glue. Much thought went into the design of these bridges, as the winner of this competition is decided based on how much weight the structure can hold before falling apart.
Good? All right, we're going to hang the bucket.
Hey, stop.
Surely it's holding. That's it. Good job.
We came out to volunteer today to help out with Elementary Science Olympiad. It's a really good opportunity to get kids interested in STEM and science and to get their minds going and thinking about their future and different things they like. It's a great opportunity for them to learn about other things besides what they already know, and it's a great chance to like expand their horizons and stuff like that, because some students really enjoy science and they don't realize it until they do activities like this.
So I volunteered today because I like watching the kids work, and their enthusiasm just rubs off on you.
I volunteered today because I love children and because I love science, and it just makes me happy.
Today was an exceptional competition. It has separated itself over the years. I've been doing this now almost 13 years. And every team in this competition scored at least one perfect round, which means they got all the questions asked of them correct. We also had 2 instances where both teams at the same time received perfect scores, which is exceptional. And honestly, Onslow County Schools, I do about 25 to 30 of these a year. And it's exceptional in the sense that how the stage is set up for the student success. The moving parts of the competition are very, very efficient. We get this done incredibly fast. I have a number of other districts that have 28 rounds, and none of them finish with the efficiency. So the kids being prepared, the coaches being prepared, the district itself being prepared from a logistical standpoint, it's just one of the best competitions I do every year. Exceptional this year, separated itself with perfection, and I couldn't be more pleased to be a part of this.
Well, this was a really exciting day. We were celebrating the Lunar New Year here at Dixon Elementary School. We've done it for years and years and years, probably over 15 years, but this is the first time we've had great weather, and we're very excited about it. It is a celebration of the Chinese that we're learning at our school, plus global connections that we're making every day, because we are a school of global excellence.
I was in the orange dragon with the green scales, and my favorite part was me synergizing with my friends. Synergizing is when you cooperate with your friends and you get, like, you don't be mad at each other and you don't yell, and you can, like, help each other out. I had a really great time.
I was in a red dragon with a brown sheet, and my favorite part was like when we come down the curve, you can see all the people smiling, happy, cheering.
Today we're here at the Duplin Events Center in Kenansville. We are having an event called Expedition Careers. The reason why we're having this event is to spread awareness about career programs that will be featured at the Eastern North Carolina Regional Skills Center that will open up in the fall of 2018. Today we also have professionals from different areas. The careers that we have are culinary and hospitality, IT, networking, cybersecurity, construction trades including HVAC, plumbing and welding, and automotive, collision, and repair.
Pull the trigger, count 6 split. 1, 2, 3.
My favorite thing was the diesel facility. They were talking to me about colleges and how most of their graduates are debt-free. And I mean, that's good for around here because a lot of people have debt from college. It said that they need more people in like the diesel mechanics. There's plenty of job opportunities, but just not enough people to fill them. I wouldn't have known about that if I wouldn't have come.
I always wanted to be a doctor, and now I look at my favorite thing was hospitality and how I communicate better with people and how of a good hospitality person I will be. Well, hospitality, I didn't know that you can start when you actually 16 or straight out of high school. One, you don't need a degree to do it, and with me graduating early college, I will still have my degree, and if I want to go to hospitality, I'll be able to do that.
I think it's been beneficial for the kids at really opening up a new perspective in ways that they maybe necessarily hadn't thought of until they came in today. Some really brilliant questions that I wasn't really expecting. You know, there were a couple of light bulb moments where I think they walked in here thinking of this experience in one direction and then opened up into a much broader area as we discussed the industry as a whole. Those moments that you just see those light bulbs go off.
That's all for this learning curve. If you'd like to learn more about the Onslow County school system, please visit our website. You can also follow us on Twitter and Facebook, or you can see this show and other programs about the Onslow County school system on our YouTube channel. Thanks for watching, and join us again on The Learning Curve.